One time, baby. One time. What's going on, you guys? Slim here. Finally with a face video. I know it's been a really long time. Usually I'm behind the camera or I'm behind the computer screen, or you guys already know what it is, but you know when I'm in front of the camera it's pretty serious, and it's Banlist prediction time. You know it was inevitable. You guys know that every channel under the sun is going to be doing this, and this is like one of my favorite times of the year, like for YouTube, just because I love to see the diversity, and it's amazing. Like there's a lot of similarities, but then there's some crazy off the wall stuff that completely can warp your idea of what the ban list should be. And I've already seen some awesome videos, like House of Champs has got them, Doug's got some very videos that aren't even predictions, Cali effect, stuff like that. They bring ideas that, you know, really kind of shape, you know, what our potential ban list could be. And I'm excited because I really don't know what this list is going to do. I don't think the format is horrible. I think people are just a little tired of seeing the same decks, like whether it be Tri-Brigade or Drytron. But really, this format is not horrible. There's a lot of decks you can play. You can find success with them depending on the local level, the remote levels, whatever it is. You can find success with it. And even though people are bored of it, you know, it always happens. Players get bored. It's just the reality of things. I'm gonna try my best to come up with possibly a really decent prediction, just to be honest. And shout out to my community tab. You guys are awesome. Shout out to all my boys that put in on this. Now, this is literally, as you guys know, a prediction slash wish list. Like, if you guys didn't guess that already, because guaranteed not all this is gonna happen, and guaranteed some of the things I want aren't gonna happen. But anyways, we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna just remind you guys, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment anything in the down in the comments, because it really does help the algorithm of the video. So yeah, all that out of the way. Don't worry about the plugs, they're in the description anyways. Okay, so I only have one card banned, and this has taken me a while, because if everyone remembers my last prediction, I said Red Eyes Fusion. I've changed my perspective on everything. It's Verte. And I understand now why everyone was saying it's Verte, and I had my argument for Red Eyes Fusion, and it wasn't until I saw how simple it was to just put two monsters into Verde. It was the new Nightmare Mermaid combo, and Verde has just literally produced Dragoon in like every deck. Like as soon as I saw Drytron doing it, like you droll them, they laugh at you and put two monsters on the board and literally make a Dragoon, and that's that. Like, it's crazy to me that Verde is really the culprit. It sucks because that card is like insane. Like, it's insane what it can do with the new Destiny Hero monster on the horizon. If you picked up your Fusion Destinies, if you picked up your targets, you guys already know that card is insane. I was testing it on stream last week, like at the end of my stream with Mech Knight Evoked, and that card is just nuts, and it's possible because of Verde. Now, by not hitting Red Eyes Fusion, even though I originally thought that's what needed to be done, you can still activate Red Eyes Fusion. You might still be able to summon Dragoon, but you can Ash it. And Red Eyes Fusion locks you. Like, Red Eyes Fusion locks you, and that literally is all you need. So Verde really is that generic. Verde really is the problematic card. And even though it hurts me to say it, I feel it's the card that needs to get banned, because it's just too much of an enabler to put Dragoon out and everything. Do I think Dragoon's gonna get hit? Maybe to one. Do I think any of the other stuff? Nah. Like, people said Imperial Order, Red Reboot, all these unfair cards. I don't see it happening. Maybe you can make an argument for Imperial Order, but honestly, I just don't see that happening. Maybe not this list. I think this list will be decently small, but my predictions are never small. But that's it for ban. For limited, I got several. So again, shout out to the community tab. So I had to look at Tri-Brigade first. The two cards I have getting hit to one are Tanky and Revolt. Now, people will be like, that's too much. Maybe, maybe not. Tanky's been around forever. It's a Rhoda. Rhoda's at one. Like, Tanky is crazy. Like, I think it's the perfect card to hit because it is the old card. Now, I actually think Tanky would get hit before Revolt just for the fact that it's older, and maybe that's how they will handle the deck without hitting like the newish cards, the newish support. I think that might be the route they go, to be honest. I think Tanky is the route. I also have Revolt, though, because that card's pretty damn busted. Like, it's the reason why the majority of decks play Bell. Like, yeah, Bell has a lot of interactions, but you know you holding that Bell for Revolt, because literally Soul Charge and making a monster is just crazy. Like, it's just crazy to me. That card is nuts. It's searchable. Even if they put it to one, you can still search it on Bearbrum. Like, you still will have access to it. You just have to play it more strategically. Like, you can't waste it. Like, That card is nuts, and it's the reason why Tri-Brigade is like on the top of, you know, top of the meta. Like, the deck's insane. Revolt to 1, Tanky to 1 would slow the deck down. Wouldn't make the deck unplayable. You still could play the deck. Like, everyone thought hitting Drytron would make the Zoo version unplayable. And guess what? What's the most represented one? The Zodiac Tri-Brigade deck. So that's what I got. I don't know if that's 100% gonna happen, but one of those two things will find a way to slow down Tri-Brigades. That's what I got for that. Now I had to think about Drytron. Honestly, I didn't know. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I didn't know. People like Ben 10. I don't see it happening. It's already at 1. The only thing players brought up to me, was Ava to 1. Now, I thought a lot of the decks were only ever playing 1, and then some of them did play 2. However, I noticed that it's if you put the card to 1, you'll have to play your Ava more strategically. You have to play it smarter. You can't be as greedy like when you have 2, like doing the Beatrice combo where you have the 2, where you have just so many fairies in hand that you just outnumber your opponent's possible cards. Like, this was the only hit that was brought to my attention, and all I can say is that seems to be a decent enough hit. The only other option someone brought to my attention as well was, what if they put Nova to 1? What if you put Nova and Ava to 1 to slow the deck down? Will that cripple Drytron? Yeah, kinda. Like, will they still be able to play? Of course. They'll just be less consistent. They won't have an explosive a play. But they have pre-preps. They have prep. They have all this stuff, all this ritual shenanigans they can do. You're not going to hit any of the names of the Drytron monsters, so they technically can still play with that. So that's what I have for hitting Drytron. I want to give a balance because I'm not actually sure. Like, I'll be honest, for the first time, I'm not actually sure like what I would hit in that deck. So I feel that those could potentially be the possible hits to hit Drytron if we're trying to keep everything in check, you know, on this new list. So there's that. And then this is where the wish list stuff kind of comes in. You guys already know. First, for Triff, for Jeremy, for all the Pendulum players, I got you. Electromite to 1. Now, why I have Electromite to 1? Because, yeah, it's time for the king to come back. Only to 1. Only to 1. Never more than 1. I'm going to be honest. Never more than 1. This, Harpor, yeah, like, Eternal format, bring back each card to 1. You have Mirage Stalio. You have Engage. They do decent. They don't do amazing. They do decent. Bring this to 1. There's a billion outs to this card. Yes, it's a floodgate, but we've been dealing with floodgates for years. There's a billion outs to it. Yeah, some other decks are going to splash it, but you can literally out this card. Do I think this will happen? I really want it to. Will it? We'll see. But it's a wish list card, so I have that. And the same thing with Harpor, just to keep the Eternal format balanced. Like, I can't bring back Colossus and not give Orcus something. So shout out to my boy Cameron. Like, maybe you're the reason Harpor may not come back to 1, but we'll see. So we have that. Electromite for Pendulum players, you already know. And then other stuff I have is Mystic Mind, kind of a wish list thing to 1. I don't see it getting banned. I see it maybe getting hit, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like that card has been around so long. Like, I think we've just gotten to the point where it's just not can ever get touched. I don't know. I just don't know. I think that card is just like, I played it. I played against it. Like, that card punishes players, but you can also play around it. There's a lot of outs to it. People will say it balances decks. I don't know how to feel about that, but we'll see. I said maybe to 1 on a wish list, so we'll see if that happens. And then I have Blaster as the Dragon Ruler coming back, just because, I mean, it's Blaster. It's not amazing. It's not going to do anything. It's not Tidal. It's not Redux. It's not a Foolish. It's not a Reborn. It's a Pop. I don't think it's that great. It's a big body and fire decks. Salmon Great, Infernoids, Lavels, Hazy Flames. Your fire deck. Insert fire deck. You can play this card. Just gives you an extra monster. I don't think that's going to break the format. Tempest really didn't do anything, so we'll see if it happens. Like I said, just possible ideas. And then people ask me, what about Invoked? I mean, I hate to say it, but normal summoning your boy is kind of gone way down on the spectrum of decks. Like, yeah, you'll still see Shaddoll Dogmatic Invoked. Yeah, you'll still see some Invoke, Mech Knights, other stuff like that. What's the real problem card? I've said it once, I'll say it again. It's Meltdown. Would they hit Meltdown to 1? Last prediction, I said yeah. Now I'm not so sure. But to be fair, I'll still say Meltdown to 1. Meltdown's a problem card. Alistair and Invocation are definitely not. Meltdown's busted. Like, if you read Meltdown, you can't respond. Like, the card is busted. So, even though they have not been performing, I'm still going to give, you know, be fair as I can be, and put Meltdown to 1. Now, like I said, I'm putting a lot of stuff on list. This list could be super small, and the majority of these can be wrong, but if I'm trying to find a way to balance a format where every deck, in a sense, gets checked, that's the best way I can do it. And that's all I have for all getting limited to 1. Now, semi-limited, you already know how I feel about semi-limited, how a lot of channels feel about semi-limited, but it usually happens. Something gets semi-limited, it might happen, it might not. It really doesn't matter. These cards could either get semi-limited or go to 3 and be unlimited. And I have only 2 cards. I have Call by the Grave and, Dynamite Knight. So, Call by the Grave, if you saw my previous predictions, where the hell is my Cross Out Designator? That's all I'm gonna say. Where the hell is my cross out designator? Give me cross out designator. I don't care what happens to call by the grade. But until then, 1 copy of call by, not enough. People hate it at 1. They think it's the sackiest one of. I wish they just bring it like straight up to 3. Then we'd have the, we wouldn't have that argument no more. But will they do it? I don't know. They tend to bring cards from 3 to 2 to 1. I mean, from 1 to 2 to 3. So we're at 1. Maybe it'll go to 2. I don't know. Dynamite Knight. Shout out to James. Shout out to all True Draco players. True Draco's not really doing anything. Like, give him an extra dynamite. What's gonna happen? There's gonna have another body. Like, they have, like, there's just no more diagrams. Don't give him diagram, don't give him masterpiece, give him Dynamite Knight. They can still do things. So that's all I can think of on semi-limited. People are asking me, what about Nadir? So I would have had that on here. And then if the card's in the Megaton, I was hearing about it from a couple channels. Would they hit Nadir to 2 and then still sell the Megaton? Maybe. So we could put a question mark next to Nadir. Again, should all Dogmatica and Vogue? Dogmatica in general has not been doing that great. But who knows? Maybe they will put it to 2. But yeah, again, it's a question mark as far as, as far as Nadir Servant goes. Should it get hit? I mean, if it was performing more, yeah. But honestly, I hate to say it because you guys know how much I love that deck. It's just not on the level of Tri-Brigade, Drytron, and like the other decks are being represented. So that's all I got for the semi-limited. And then unlimited, these are easy. Red MD, Double Iris Magician, and Sekka's Light. That's all I got. Red MD, Errata, Double Iris Magician, Pendulums. They didn't do anything when it came back, so nothing. And Sekka's Light, I mean, what deck is going to play Sekka's Light if it's not super heavy Samurais? Like, I don't know, any Monster Mash deck. Like, we can't even do Danger... Like, you could try to do Danger Thunder, but with no Colossus, even if you bring Colossus to 1, like, I don't even know, like, if you'd still be able to pull off the deck like it used to be. But those are the stuff. Now, before I go, everyone is going to ask, this was the hardest one if you want to know the truth. This is like a bonus for you guys. Prank Kids. What do I hit in Prank Kids? I've heard multiple things. I've heard people want to hit the cat, but the cat is how the deck plays. The cat is why the deck is so insane and has one card combos. Then I heard hitting the rooster. Do you hit the rooster? And these are the one, mind you. These weren't banned. And I'm like, does that do anything? And then the last suggestion I had, shout out to my brother Jerry for bringing this one up. What if they hit Prank Kids place to 1? Now, you still have all the names, but House is still a Rhoda. So Rhoda cards usually get hit in some sense or fashion, but honestly, I don't know. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys in the comments below. What do you hit in Prank Kids? Because I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to sit here and say ban this, put this to 1 if I'm not actually sure. And I feel like you hit the cat, like, isn't the cat why the deck is playable? Like, you give it to 1, like, I mean, the deck can still play, like, no problem. Like, maybe that is the hit, but again, I don't want to put it out there and say, yeah, hit the cat to 1, ban the cat, when I honestly have no clue. But all I care about, you guys know, just one time. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me one of these. Please comment anything down below. Put an emoji for all I care. Helps the algorithm, helps the video out, helps your boy out. It's all good to go. And yeah, those are my predictions. Try to keep it semi-short and to the point. Let me know what you guys think, though. What are your thoughts on this upcoming ban list? Will it be big? Will it be small? Will it warp the format? Will it change the format? Will it keep everything the same? And that would kind of suck. We have a bunch of new decks on the horizon, so I'm excited for that. But hopefully, this list does put some things in check. And yeah, I don't think the format's horrible, but ban lists are inevitable, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and a special thanks to all my patrons. It's because of you, after all these years, I'm still able to make this type of content. Hopefully you guys will check out some of the videos that are suggested here for you, and just remember, you guys, it's not just a game, it's a lifestyle. Thanks for watching.